So, retro super future. This is my Chevy Equinox over here, 2006. I'm going to show you how to change or actually bleed the coolant system. This is your bleeding screw. It's right next to your EGR. All you need is a 10 millimeter socket. Just leave it there on the top. Before you open that, you need to park on an inclined surface. Preferably a really steep surface. For example, something like that. If your driveway got a little bump there or something, or the curbside, you can park next to it as long as you're inclined. It helps bleed the system faster. If you don't have a hill next to you, to your house, you can just park on the flat surface and it'll take a little bit longer. So you just turn on the car, you let it be for at least 2 minutes. You blast the heater. You blast the heater all the way, man. Put it on heat when you have the car on, and you just blast it maximum heat. If there's cold air coming out, then there's like air in the coolant system. So once you know you're bleeding the system, the hot air is gonna start coming out. You're supposed to have really hot air coming out. So when you're on the hill or parked on a flat surface, feel free to accelerate until like 2000 RPM and keep it steady there for like 20 seconds. Keep an eye out on the gauge not to go over the middle too much, because that'll overheat the car. So while the car is running, you come over and then you start bleeding the system. You just rotate it there counterclockwise. Much a little bit tight, but you can definitely do that. You just rotate it a little bit, and you start seeing coolant dripping out. It's not gonna drip out a lot. You see bubbles also. If you see a lot of bubbles, that means there's air in the system. I highly recommend you park on a hill or a curb. Put like the front tires on the curb. That way your car's tilted, inclined, and it will bleed the system faster for you. Try that out before you decide that it's the head gasket or change the sensor. By the way, the temperature sensor, I don't know why that shop didn't just change that shit when they changed the thermostat. The thermostat is right in there. The temperature sensor, you see that gold nut all the way back there? That's your temperature sensor. If you decide to change it, I recommend it, but it's so cheap to buy that sensor and change it. You just jack the car up, drain the coolant, detach. Well, I don't think you need to detach all of this. You just find your way back there and take out the sensor. There will be a little bit of coolant dropping out of that. When you're done, try to get a hose in there and wash it up a little bit. Don't let that coolant sit there. Happy bleeding, man. When you don't see any more bubbles come out, minimal bubbles come out, and you have really hot air on the vent, then you just got rid of all the air in the cooling system. Good luck, man.